Hey guys, Chris Olka here with another Drill of the Week. This is Drill of the Week number 22, Kiyoshi's Revenge. All right, so I was looking at my channel a few days ago, which seriously, I almost never do. I hate hearing my playing. I hate seeing me on camera, and I hate hearing my voice. Um, But I was scrolling through my channel looking at some of the things that I'd done in the past, and I realized I hadn't done a drill of the week in 2 years. And that was the whole catalyst for this entire channel being created in the first place. So I thought I'd sit down and do a quick drill. This one focuses on flexibility, embouchure strengthening, and ear training. And it's something that I've been working on for about a week and a half while we're all stuck at home during Corona apocalypse. So first, what's the story behind the title? Because this one's special to me. There's a Japanese tubist. His name is Kiyoshi Sato, and he's the principal tubist for the Tokyo Metropolitan Symphony Orchestra. And he's become a friend of mine. And personally, I think he's become a really great example for me on how to gracefully age as a professional tuba player. So last year I was in Japan for some solo appearances in Tokyo and Osaka, and Kiyoshi and I met at DAC Music in Tokyo. It's a music shop, one of the biggest premier music stores in Japan, and we were meeting there to test some instruments. So we warmed up together a little bit before we started testing, and I was immediately struck, as I always am when I hear his playing, at how beautiful his sound was, how pure it is, and how it was so free from any artifacts or any weirdness. It was just a very controlled, beautiful, warm sound. And I asked him about this. I was like, "Well, Mr. Sato, how do you manage to at our age, how do you manage to keep your sound beautiful without getting gritty or hard?" And he said that what helped him the most was these old school flexibility studies that he had been doing since he was a student of Tommy Johnson's at USC. So that's kind of the backstory. That's the inspiration for me working on this study. First, it's similar to some of my older studies like threading the needle. I think that might have been one of my early flexibility studies. And this is kind of similar to that, but this steps it up a whole nother notch. So since I'm trying to keep these videos short, let's jump right in. You'll start every note, you'll start the beginning of every series of notes on a low C with no attack. It'll be an air attack, no tongue, just send your airstream, hear your first note, form your embouchure, and buzz the low C, and then all the subsequent notes that you add to the series. It's a ever increasing series of notes that you add one to the next, to the next, to the next between breaths. Okay, so let's jump into what the series are. It always starts on low C for a C tuba, and the fingerings will be the same as if you were playing a chromatic scale on a 5-valve C tuba. In other words, if you were to play a chromatic scale on a C tuba with 5 valves, you go open, second, first, first and second, 2 and 3, 4, 2 and 4, 5 and 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, then all 5 valves, and then open again. So those will be the fingerings, but those won't be the notes that you're actually playing. The notes, when you go to listen to the playing section of it, here is the list of the notes in the order, just to keep it simple and to keep the video short. So the first note's going to be a low C, and you'll slur up to an F sharp. And then you'll take a breath, and you'll start adding more notes to the series. So here is the series of notes that you'll hear in the video. C, F sharp, B flat, E natural, G sharp, down to D natural, keep going down to F sharp, low C, low E, then you're going to start going back up to low B flat, D above that, G sharp at the bottom of the bass clef staff, and finally in on open C. So refer back to this section if you need to know what those notes are and try to figure out the pitches in your head. Okay, so as you start adding more tubing with each additional note, you'll also have the challenge of moving through the various partial systems and keeping the notes focused and centered, which requires some embouchure strength. In order to not split notes, you really have to focus on a few things. Number one, probably most important, is hearing each note. So you really kind of almost have to memorize these intervals in your ear and pre-hear them while you're working on developing this study. Number two, take a really big, deep, easy, relaxed breath and focus on blowing a steady, supported airstream between each note and keeping firm corners. And the firm corners is really of paramount importance when it comes to centering those notes as you start to add the tubing. By the last few notes with the longest valve combinations, your corners are going to start burning a little bit if this is a new study. And you'll hear me even start to get fatigued at the end of this series. And I've been practicing this study for a few days. So check out the video now. So that's it. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe. That inspires me to keep doing these things. Feel free to share these with your friends. And starting with this video, I'm going to actually start trying and be involved in the comment section. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the comments section. And remember, as my teacher Warren Deck used to say, the time to start practicing for the next audition is yesterday. Thanks. Take care.